right, man. Cris Carter, one of my favorite receivers of all time. He spoke on Shedeur Sanders, Hall of Fame receiver, Minnesota Vikings, went to Ohio State, had some trials and tribulations in his career with drugs and issues, and got a second chance. He started off with the Philadelphia Eagles, but he had an unpopular opinion about Shedeur Sanders. And I'm going to play a Phil Simms clip about Shedeur Sanders, about what happened, possibly why he failed so far. But check out the NFL playlist. Let's let Cris Carter cook.
So what happened with Shedeur Sanders?
Well, a number of things happened. The number one thing that didn't happen was there was not a collusion message with the NFL owners.
Okay, what? Okay, a lot of people think that.
Because they wouldn't be able to keep a secret like that. And
so they might do it, but they couldn't shut up about it.
They wouldn't be able to shut up about it, but every owner is very, very selfish. Now, why would I do something to my detriment? Like if I need a quarterback and I think this kid is it, what he didn't realize is the guys that have fallen in the draft before, they all had unusual traits. Like they had some superstar qualities to them. Now, some other things happened that made them fall, but Shedeur and his family, they overplayed their hand. Them thinking that he was in the same evaluation mode as Eli Manning, they didn't play that right. Them trying to narrow the teams that he was going to go to, that didn't do right. Not working out the combine, that wasn't the right thing. His interview process, obviously he could have done a lot better in that. Mm-hmm. A lot of people left that meeting, felt he was very, very entitled.
Which meet? Like, because they said Brian DeBall, the Giants coach, had said he didn't like the meeting. He asked him, he had some book, was his playbook or something he was supposed to know, and he said he felt weird about it. I don't know who else said they didn't like the meeting with him. Or just people behind the scenes saying they did.
Well, the thing about it, they didn't draft him.
I know that.
So it's not the tape. And he likes guys to be a little more open before he lets it go. And he doesn't have a big-time arm. He's not a big guy. He's not overly athletic. Mm-hmm. So his measurables are not, say, first-round measurables. But he played football like a first-rounder.
But his tape's first-round tape. But his measurables are not first-round measurables.
Well, you don't play football all the time. You're a human being the rest of the time. And how you're going to be in the locker room, how he already came up with this line of merchandise, legendary, like he's already calling himself legendary. All those things are problems. Right now, he's working check to check, man. Like he's not going to get a big signing bonus. There's not going to be a big guarantee. Any day they want to get rid of him in the week, they can get rid of him.
He does. Don't we think Shedeur is smart enough to know he's not at Jackson State and he's not at Colorado?
No.
You don't think so?
I listened to too many of his answers. I saw too many of the outtakes. I saw too many times he's working out with other players, and he said things that I thought were highly questionable for my franchise quarterback.
So like what?
When he was working out with Cam Ward, him and Cam Ward, the number one pick.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you want to cut a rap video together? No, I want to be known as a football player.
He's like, what do you do for fun? He's like, I play football. Okay.
Why wouldn't you sit down with people? And something these kids never understand. Even if you're a top 10 pick, you're in the NFL for a long time. Yeah. So your interview, your tape, people in the room that see you, someone can like you in the room. They might not draft you 5-10 years later, man.
You're looking for a guy, you're looking to trade, and they remember your interview.
Yes.
The interview you had.
It's a small world. This whole thing with Deion and the media and everything, like it's out of control. Like it did not help him. It helped him make money in college because he got followers, but it actually hurt him as far as him getting a job as an NFL quarterback.
You mean as Shedeur? His social media stuff is Shedeur?
Yes.
It hurt him.
Yeah, what else hurt him?
I know.
Let me tell you what he understands today.
Okay.
He ain't running shit. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what. They taught him a great lesson.
Okay.
Like, you don't have this figured out. Your dad don't have this figured out.
Who's they? NFL,
Shedeur.
the world. No, who taught you? Said they taught him. I'm just curious. Like,
well, the system.
The system. Okay.
There's a system out there, man. Okay. Like, you're going for a job interview. So for his job interview, he was so concerned about, what his outfit was. His necklace was over $100,000. Like, he hadn't even convinced people that you're the face of our franchise. Matter of fact, he had convinced people that they were better off going in a different direction, even with people who had lesser talent. That's the rub he put on the people.
That's the case. That's a bad interview, bro.
No, it is the case. He didn't get drafted right. It's no speculation. Like, we're through the draft. We're through 3 days. He threw away at least $30 to $50 million. At least.
All right, that was Cris Carter, man, and the NFL baby boomer owners, they love conservative. There ain't too much more you can say. They love conservative. He made a lot of great points. There was a lot of arrogance coming from Deion and Shedeur. First thing he said was they thought they was the Eli Manning type of talent, and they weren't. When he said he don't have NFL measurables, I believe Shedeur Sanders is 6'2". Matthew Stafford is 6'2", and Baker Mayfield is, 6 foot on a good day. Kyler Murray is 5'10" on a good day. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have the biggest arm and all these things being said, and you're not athletic like that, and in his opinion, it was some clarity being brought there. There was some real clarity being brought there. Is that he handled the process wrong. Cam Ward was more conservative. Even Travis Hunter was more conservative. Even though Travis did come out there and say, he did come out and say, he wanted to play both ways, or he wasn't playing, but his talent can back that up. Shedeur, they measure quarterbacks by winning games. So a lot of people, well, he didn't win, but it was damn near impossible to win games at Colorado. Even with the transfer portal, you can't just get the best guys, put them together in the offseason and say we're going to win football games. It doesn't work that way. People's probably wondering why the offensive line didn't improve the way it should have improved, because it takes time to build an offensive line. You can't put 5 great players together and expect them to ball out. It's camaraderie. The one thing he actually has going with him is that he was a stellar football player and not premier talent around him. That's the one thing that they should look for. You go to certain places and these quarterbacks have great talent around them, and the talent is what makes the quarterback good. But Cris Carter hit the nail on everything he said. They played it. Deion and them played it wrong. They played it wrong. They played it wrong. They thought his son was better than what he was. Nobody wanted the face of their franchise. You got to understand, when you come into an NFL locker room, the quarterback is already the most hated guy. Let me give y'all a snippet. People get mad at the quarterback because when they win, he gets the lion's share of the praise. Now, when they lose, he get a lot of issues that they lost. They get a lot of those issues or a lot of that backlash. But when he is, getting a lion's share, it's a lot of unhappy people who don't like it. It's a lot of people who don't like it. So don't forget, it's a lot of people who don't like it. A lot of people want to make it a color thing. And the more and more people look at it, it's not a color thing. It's not. It is simply boiled down to they played it wrong. The jury, the holding the money up, they take that from a corner or receiver, but a quarterback who coming into the organization with a target on his back already, they not gonna allow. They don't want to deal with that. And people can say, well, it's a blessing in disguise. Going to Cleveland is not a blessing in disguise. You know, Cleveland is where quarterback careers go to die. He's like the fifth quarterback on the he's like the fifth quarterback on the board. I mean, in the depth chart. He's essentially probably flirting with being a practice squad player. That's what he's flirting with. So ultimately, it's on him. You know, ultimately it's on him, and black people want to probably make it all a racial issue, but looking at how he handled the situation with the jury and being flashy and knowing the baby boomer owners, it wasn't right. And to be honest, I don't think he's gonna do well in Cleveland because nobody does well in Cleveland. And who knows? He may not even make it to the Cleveland Cleveland Browns roster. This is the one team they talked about they didn't want him to go to. Not only did he fall in the draft, you know, he fell in the draft. You know, he legitimately, you know, went to the worst team possible. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the NFL playlist. Let me know what you think in the comment section. The link tree, join me on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, my other channels. Peace.